The MenuMasters cooking challenge has come to an end inside Johnson & Wales University. A cook-off that saw this year's group of award-winning chefs invent extraordinary dishes for the May 20th celebration. Now, as we look back at the past 24 hours, you gotta wonder, is it really possible to have too many cooks in a kitchen? Well, I suppose that depends upon your definition of a cook, because as you'll learn in this video, these corporate chefs have arrived to this kitchen from all walks of life.
I was born on the second floor of a restaurant on the island of Capri called Faraglioni on the famous Camarelle Street. So I've always been part of the food scenes, and I was with hotels in the past. I had restaurants of my own, but never really been in the kitchen.
DeAngelis is a seasoned hospitality executive, one who has specialized in building brands for restaurants of all sizes. Today, he works at Friendly's, where he plays a key role in developing the menu on display at over 100 locations in the United States. A menu that Nation's Restaurant News has named as the best revamp of 2023. And that's what makes our MenuMasters honorees so interesting. As we learn, you don't need to be a classically trained chef to find success in this business. Although, it doesn't hurt.
I think a lot of the classical techniques and flavor profiles and flavor pairings that I kind of grew up cooking and was accustomed to kind of using in my current role, I really just try to find ways to incorporate those flavors onto a burger.
And it's paying off. Nation's Restaurant News recognized Hop Dottie Burger Bar's Lambda Burger as this year's best limited time offer. Schweitzer worked in restaurants worldwide before landing at Hop Dottie, where he oversees menu innovation, product development, and supply chain management. He brings a blend of fine dining and commercialized production skills, which have become increasingly valuable at corporate restaurants.
We had a lot of items that filtered down from fine dining.
Habit Burger Grill says its award-winning cauliflower, recognized for its healthful innovation by Nation's Restaurant News, was inspired by fine dining trends in which roasting the vegetable is preferred over frying. It speaks to the growing niche segment within fast casual known as fine fast. Dishes that use fresh, fine ingredients that can be replicated for the masses. Innovation that we saw play out inside this kitchen.
We're gonna fold it into this duck fat, into this pulled duck confit, and that's how we're gonna make our rillette.
In our group, we had one person who had a strong Southwest cuisine background. He had a lot of experience with those spices and those flavors. We had another that was quick service, so he was able to turn around what we can do quickly, what we can do efficiently, bring a lot of efficiency to the meal. And my fine dining background, I was thinking about some more complex sauces and accoutrements to go with it. So it just came together beautifully.
I've always been really fascinated before I was a corporate chef, kind of that R&D world, and I still kind of am for the really large companies, right? Like we had Inspire Brands here, 3,200 stores, and these guys are all guys and girls, right? Really good chefs. So it's like, what is going through their mind and how does their idea start?
It's something we saw in action during our MenuMasters series, and while we thought time constraints would be stressful,
2 hours left, 2 hours to go.
We just found out the clock's a little off, so a little slow, and they actually have less time than we thought.
it actually created more of an adrenaline rush.
Before they had finished telling us about what we would be doing, I was already jotting down ideas. It's a lot of fun.
But the average life of a corporate chef involves much more than cooking. There's the inventory and culinary management, menu marketing, menu pricing, and of course, innovation. It's fast-paced, something Arby's Jason Truelove learned to handle in a unique way.
About 2009, my brother came to me and he said, hey, do you want to open up a restaurant? At the time, I was only 19 years old. I had no clue what I wanted to do with my life, so I ended up saying, sure, yeah, why not? Let's do it. You know? Long story short, we ended up really doing some research. The food truck scene was really popular at that point. There was not a whole lot of food trucks in Atlanta, Georgia. We ended up starting a food truck. We were the third truck on the streets of Atlanta. We kind of pioneer changing the laws and really getting them into where food trucks were acceptable in the city.
And what can you learn from a food truck?
Food trucks are super fast-paced, working in small environments, hot, sweaty. You only got about 10 square foot to work.
These personal anecdotes speak to the drive and passion our MenuMasters share in their food creation, despite how different they may seem on paper.
We're all just cooks, right? Everybody just a cook. We're just making food.
So in my view, there weren't too many cooks in this kitchen, as each MenuMaster adds his own ingredient to these dishes. Dishes you'll want to taste at this year's MenuMaster celebration on May 20th at the Drake Hotel in Chicago. For more information, visit MenuMasters.com. That concludes our MenuMasters cooking series. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Catch up on all of our videos on YouTube, and I'll see you at the celebration.